What's up, you guys? We're back. Welcome to day 5. It's going to be a interesting one because it's very rare that I cook on my channel with y'all. Granny, your girl can cook, but I don't know. I've always said it. I want to really cook for y'all once I move into my own space. But every now and then, mostly Vlogmas, is when y'all see me come on here with the pots and pans, with the knives, with the forks, and the seasonings. Always with the seasonings to cook. So today, that's what this video will include, me cooking. I'm actually going to be making a pasta recipe that I haven't made in a while. So I'm making some Orecchettie pasta today. So if you guys are interested, definitely stay tuned and keep on watching. Before we start the video off, be sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new. We're uploading every single day-ish up until Christmas, and so far we've been being very consistent. So make sure you guys subscribe if you want to see more from me this Vlogmas season, this holiday season, and also follow me on my socials. I'm at the Stush Life on Instagram and on YouTube. And to my OGs, thank you guys so much for continuously supporting your girl. That being said, let me put my chef hat on. Bing! Let me put my chef hat on and let's get to cooking. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys the lineup of my the ingredients. I'm kind of mad because I forgot to get some spinach, and I feel like spinach would have added the extra touch to it. I literally was running around today, an appointment that I totally forgot about. So I had like literally 5 minutes in the supermarket, literally 10 minutes in Five Below, but we made it happen nonetheless. I'm back home and I'm hungry, so let's jump right into it. I don't know if I'll be talking through it or adding the steps on the screen, but I will have the recipe for the most part posted down below, so you guys can definitely check that out. But yeah, enough chatting, let's cook. I do have some sausage. I've been eating pork, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, I have been eating pork, but she's getting cut right back out the minute January 1st hits, because I was doing real good and then I started slacking. Just for reference, I pretty much ate pork all my life, and then one day in Buffalo, which is where I lived for maybe 5 years while studying. For maybe 5 years, I went for my undergraduate, and then I stayed 3 years after because I did do some, and then I stayed 3 years after because I went during, and then I did stay for 3 additional years. Because I did stay for 3 additional years, I went up there for my junior year and then did my 2, graduated, and then stayed for 3 more years. But anyways, one day when I was at work, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just cut out pork. I'm gonna stop eating bacon. I think I started with bacon, and I did that for maybe like, I want to say a solid 5 years. Literally stopped eating pork. I was still eating chicken and beef and seafood, and then I cut out beef. Then it was just seafood and chicken, well, poultry, turkey and stuff like that. And then I started eating beef every now and then. Like, one thing about me and oxtail, I cannot give it up. So I got back to eating beef slowly, and then I want to say it was really this year that I started eating pork a little bit more often. Not like every week, but I definitely reintroduced it to my diet. I will say that I would eat pork when I was out the country. Like if I went to Jamaica, when I was in Curacao, I remember eating it, but it was like one time a year, and it was my birthday. And it was mostly because it was out the country and it was definitely organic, leaner. So that was why. But this year, I've been eating a lot of pork. I say more so in the last 6 months. Anyways, y'all not here for that. I'm just saying, the sausage we're using today is pork. You can use turkey, you can use beef. If you even have a seafood sausage, you probably use that too. That actually sounds good. Let me know if y'all know of any seafood sausages. That'd be fire, actually. Let's go. Just chop. I'm gonna do half an onion. Oh, my eye. Alright, let's fire her up. So I'm gonna cut the meat first, and and then I'm going to add the vegetables and the renderings, and then we'll bring it all together. It's a 1 pot meal, honey, 1 pot meal. Medium heat. One thing about me, I'm not going to dirty a bunch of dishes, so I did go ahead and chop up the sausage. We need to hear that sizzle. Let her cook. I'm sorry if the camera's shifting, but there is cheese in this sausage. I forgot to mention that. So it's crisping up a bit easier than like maybe a sausage that doesn't have cheese in. Maybe a sausage that's made without cheese. But it's looking really good. I just want to get some browned edges on the majority of them, especially like this one right here. Let it go for a couple of more minutes. Then I'm going to go ahead and put our veggies in and have those cook in the fat. This is what our sausage is looking like. Again, the white stuff is cheese. We're going to put this to the side. Onions going in. Mushrooms going in. It looks like a lot, but they're going to wilt down, I promise. And we're going to cook this and add the garlic after. Making sure to scrape up all of that goodness from the bottom of the pan. I'm not going to add anything to the mushrooms because they literally are going to sweat out. So we just want to let this go. She's sweating down. She's sweating down. This is what we need to happen. All the water is going to render out. Keep letting it sweat. Let her cook. As you can see, it sweat down a lot. I'm going to add this much garlic. I love garlic. I might even add a little more. Add as much as you'd like. Let her cook. Maybe for like a minute, and then trust the process. Okay, this is gonna go fast. I'm gonna add back in the sausage. Eyeballing this for real, but I'm gonna add about a cup of bone broth. Turn the stove down. Adding in our orecchettie. Doing 2 cups of the orecchettie. Trust the process. Trust the process. So the broth is basically going to cook the orecchettie. And again, I'm eyeballing it. I'm going to add a bit more broth. But it's going to basically cook in here. You're probably like, girl, where are the seasonings? We're about to do that right now. I'm an eyeballer. Do what you will with that information. Season to your liking. Adding in a little water, but I don't want to add too much because the mushrooms are going to produce a little bit more water. Mix this all around, and we're going to cover her and let the pasta cook. So this is what we're looking like. I need to add a little bit more liquid, but I am going to add some heavy cream in here. Shake it up. And let it cook a little more. It's going to catch a little bit. I have to turn the fire down, add salt, pepper to taste if need be, and just let it continue to cook. I'm going to add actually a little bit more water, but you know, taste it as you go. I'm using beef broth, so that could be a little bit salty, so I try to be mindful when I'm seasoning my food, like not to add too much salt. You know, so yeah. That's what it's looking like. This is what our pot is looking like now. Obviously, I have a little background noise, adding some cheese. Ooh, I'm a cheesy girl, so that ain't even a lot for me. This is Romano. You could use Asiago if you wanted. It's really up to you. Adding that in. A little bit more cheesiness. Then honestly, it was too cold to go outside and get some fresh parsley, but I do have some dried parsley from the garden, so literally just going to crumple that in here. It's too cold in New York today. Fresh dried parsley. She is done, honey. She is done. Now let's eat. Bon appetit. Alright, food is ready. Looks yummy. Let's see. I'm gonna grab a bit of everything on the fork. A mushroom, oh, it's nice and hot. A sausage, pasta. First bite, Bookie? Okay, fine, I'll go. It's yummy. I do wish I had the spinach though, but it is yummy. Yeah. Not only do I look crazy, but I went back for seconds, and I do have a little bit of wine. We're watching TV in my house right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the vlog, but I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Remember, the recipe can be found linked down below. You can omit, substitute, do what you will. It's your house, it's your pot, you know. But this is what I made today, period. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, we're uploading every single day ish up until Christmas. That being said, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.